morning, everyone. Welcome back. I'm Martin Wenzel. And this is Microsoft Flight Simulator World Tour Flight 290. We're at Kathmandu International Tribhuvan International Airport. We're flying down to Mumbai, India. Mumbai International Airport. And we're in the Airbus A320, FlyByWire, A20N mod, Royal Nepal Airlines, Flight 201. Let's get inside the plane, get things going. All right, let's get going here so we're not taking all morning. All right, safety check. Engine master switches 1 and 2 off, ignition selector normal, weather radar off, landing gear lever down, and wipers both off. Let's get our first officer working on there. Hello. Alright, I'm going to start my flow here. Crew oxygen supply on, ground control on, CVR test. Adheres 1, 3, and 2. Strobe light auto, nav and logo lights on. No smoking auto, emergency lights armed.
I'm out for the walk around.
He's going out for the walk around. I love this animation, how they actually have the seat go back and everything. I actually just noticed that the Airbus, at least this model, has 2 jump seats, which is pretty cool. Unlike the Boeing 737 where the jump seat is right in front of the door. That's gotta be a pain. Alright, we got the APU on. Let's do that. Looking for white lights. We have 2 faults for the generators, for the engine generators. Engine 1, fire test. Engine 2, fire test. Over here, again, no white lights. Audio switching is normal. Nothing on the maintenance panel. Radio panel is on. Cell light green light is off. Nav green light is off and covered. And we have our frequencies in place. Alright, last day of the air rack today. That was good. We'll request our information. Let's see, let's go in here and make sure we got ground power, which doesn't really matter, we already have the APU going. Let's see if we can get the fuel truck today. I'm going to turn on synchronization. Let's see if we can get the fuel truck to come over and actually fuel us. On GSX. Oh, come on. Don't tell me GSX isn't going to work too. Seems everything's being a little wonky this morning at this airport. I'm not sure why. There we go. Well, it's loading. If it's going to do anything, that's another question. Not a big deal if we can't. We just obviously can load it right here.
I'm back. No issues on the walk around.
Alright, well, I'm having issues with GSX. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Let's request refueling. Well, the problem is FS HUD ATC is not happy where I'm parked. It doesn't think I'm at the gate, even though I am at the gate. And so I can't really talk to ATC right now. So we're just going to have them, the first officer, request ATC clearance.
Clearance delivery. Good morning. Is at the gate with the numbers. Requesting ATC clearance. Okay, cleared our destination as filed. Squawk code is as assigned.
I like that. Is as assigned. Alright, so we're going to be going runway 20. Well, let's double check all this first. So Victor November Kilo Tango, Victor Alpha Bravo Bravo, Victor Alpha Sierra Uniform for our alternate, flight number 201, cost index 10, flight level 380 for our cruise. Checks out. Page 2, we'll come back to that once we're loaded. And we've been cleared for runway 20. Dark 1 Gulf. Standard instrument departure. Transition should be dark.
Hi, the security and safety checks are all done. Are we good to start boarding?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm absolutely confused what these other... Oh, I see. Okay, we're doing kind of a weird departure. We're going to dark and then we're not going to... Okay, no transition. That's how you do that. Alright, double check. So we're basically coming in the same way or going out the same way we came in, like with that little curve around the airport, because again, we're in the kind of a bowl of the mountains here. Let's see if that fuel truck has come. Okay, so GSX doesn't want to send a fuel truck, I guess. Really annoying. We can get the fuel truck through here. Because it's actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty cool, I think. Map not available. Okay, we're still aligning. GSX. Oh, let's get GSX to start boarding. GSX being so finicky today. Annoying. Alright. Since GSX is not cooperating at all, it looks like, we're just gonna go in here. We're just gonna... Nope. Not dealing with you today, GSX. Goodbye. Goodbye. And we go here to payload and reel. And we start boarding. It has some sound effects. That works. Go back in here. Alright, passengers coming on. Services, fuel. Take 5 minutes. Fueling up. There we go. Alright. Performance. So really with performance, we don't need to do much in the calculator. Basically just want to grab the flex temperature, takeoff, and what flaps we'll possibly need. There we go. runway 20. Hit pull in the weather. Calculate flex temp 52. Flaps 1. Now, if you don't put this up, the trim in, and again, up 0.1 is just kind of like a basic one. If you can find a calculator that calculates that, or if you look at there's probably a chart somewhere that has what you should actually have for the trim based on your weight and all that. If you put that in, then the computer itself, okay, we need to actually do H2, so let's go there. Let me actually do this. Not a big deal. Go over here. Go to payload, and we'll say 60 and 33.5. Zero fuel weight, and then center of gravity. Our fuel planning. Right back over there. I think we're going 7.7. And while we're in this page, we'll also grab the, sorry about that. Always gotta remember to turn that off. Grab our headwind, or our wind component, average wind component minus 40, meaning we do have a headwind of 40 knots. What is going on here? Headwind of 40 knots. There we go. I don't know why it keeps popping up to initialize that. Maybe because we're on the performance page. And now, because you have the up 0.1 or whatever your trim is, it'll automatically calculate your V speeds. Now we can compare it, and let's see what the calculator. Now this calculator is not designed for this plane specifically. It's not it's kind of a catch-all for a bunch of planes. You can pick your profile for the plane, but it does seem to give me different numbers. So here you can see it gives me a little bit higher, about 13 knots higher for all our speeds. We'll go with what the plane gave us. And then engine out, 5400. I used to always retype these things. Now I'm looking, it's like, okay, it's a couple 100 feet difference. Whatever. I've wasted time on that. Alright, so we got the flight plan, performance page, init page. We can go to the radio page. Here you see we got the VOR in there. That's all we really need at this point. We can go in here, pull in, do a couple weather requests. So we'll get the current MEDAR, and then we'll get the terminal area forecast for these airports, because that could be slightly different. Since we're going to be about, I think it's about a 2.5 hour flight down to Mumbai. We can actually prediction. Time. Yeah, so the time is saying about 2 hours 32 minutes. And we'll more than likely use a little bit of time acceleration for that, just because I need to be done and available to wrestle the man-child, our little boy. Hopefully by about 9 o'clock be wrapped up and stream over. And 2.5 hours is gonna be a little bit too long for that, because he starts getting out of control. My wife has her Bible study this morning, so I need to keep him out of her hair, I guess. All right, let's do our oxygen test, our oxygen mask test. We did it. Brightnesses as required on our EFD and ND. Loudspeakers set 1 o'clock. Check display and data. Glare shield lights. Let's give ourselves an initial clearance. Let's see. We'll go 13.5. That is the. Actually, we'll go 15,000. Nice 15,000 for our initial climb. That's the transition level, where we go into levels. go into standard pressure. We go to standard pressure at 13,500 feet, but then we start speaking of our altitude in levels at flight level 150. All right, flight director buttons on, LS button off, EFAS mode selected, speed, heading, vertical speed, initial altitude, standby instrument checked, anti-skid nose wheel steering on, weather radar is off, predicted wind shear off, gain and tilt set mode set, switching knobs all normal, status page checked, pressure page is going to have our landing altitude of 50. Right now we're at what, 5,500 feet or so.
Hey guys, all parks are on board. Are we clear to close?
Yes.
Thanks. Let me know if you need anything.
Check the box.
Okay.
Alright, cockpit door. Thrust lever is idle. Master switch is off. Engine master switch is off. Mode selector normal. Gravity gear extension stowed. Mode selector for the ATC is auto. Let's go over here. Auto. ATC 1. Altitude reporting on. TCAS off. Let's put in our squawk code. We'll go 6551. Usually something we get. And they just check the box. We'll do our takeoff briefing. Are you ready for the takeoff briefing?
Ready.
Alright, again, not the way we really... This is just more going over the charts, not an actual... this is what we do if the engine goes out and all that. So you see we're going to climb out. Actually, let's go to the airport chart first so we know our pushback procedure. We're going to push back tail to the left, so we're facing to our right. Taxi out. And it looks like we do actually get on the runway and going to have to do a turnaround on the runway. We're going to climb out. We're going to turn. Circle the airport out to dark. Let's get the proper chart for that. At Kilo Tango 911, we'll have a max speed 230 knots. Okay, I think that's on the first spin. Is Kilo 903, max speed of 220. So on the climb out here, we're gonna need to be above 7,500 feet by Kilo Tango 908. Then Kilo Tango 911, max of 230, so we can speed up a little bit. And then out here, I think by dark, yeah, I think that's what's going on. There's that transition. So actually, Simra would make sense for a transition. Let's put that in, actually. I'm going to put that into my flight plan. That way we have more of a nice curve out to our... where we're going. Actually, it's not the scale, though. I don't know where Simra actually is. Never mind, let's not screw things up. It looks okay, but that's actually not the scale, so I'm not sure where that... Is Simra? Oh, it is. Or Samara, if I could read. But that's Simra. Weird. I'm guessing that's basically the same thing that's going on there. So, never mind. Let's not get too crazy. Alright, so that's our... We're going to go out the dark, then we're going to go head to Samara VOR. Before start checklist. Down to the line.
Cockpit prep.
Completed.
Completed. Gear pins and covers.
Removed.
Signs.
On and auto.
Adheres.
Nav.
Fuel quantity.
7,700 kilograms.
takeoff data.
Set.
Vero ref.
1021 set.
1, 0, 2, 1. Set. Down to the line.
Cabin crew arm slides and cross check. Shoot, I should have had. I don't think GSX is working. Yeah, it isn't. Alright, give me a second. I'm going to use self-loading cargo to do our pushback. Because we do still need a pushback, but I don't have a ESX Pro. Doesn't seem to be working. Alright, below the line.
Windows and doors.
Closed.
Closed. Beacon.
On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Set.
Before start, checklist complete.
Alright, let's see if this works. Request pushback and start clearance.
Ground. Requesting pushback and start clearance. Okay, clear to push and start.
There we go. Okay. Starting engine 2.
Check.
नमस्कार नेपाल वायु सेवा निगमको यस उडानमा हार्दिक स्वागत गर्दछौं। उडान नियम अनुसार हामी यहाँहरु समक्ष सुरक्षा सम्बन्धी जानकारी गराउँदछौं।
यहाँहरुको सामान माथिको सामान कक्षमा राखिदिनुहोला। कुनै पनि सामानहरु आफ्नो काखमा नराखी आफ्नो अगाडिको सिटको मुनि राखिदिनुहोला। हरेक सिटमा पेटी रहेको छ। यसलाई बाँध्न पेटीको अन्तिम भागलाई यस बकलमा छिराई तान्नुपर्छ। फुकाल्न बकलको माथिल्लो भागलाई उठाई तान्नुपर्छ। सिटको पेटी बाँध्ने संकेत बत्ती बलेको बेला सिटको पेटी बाँधी सिटमा बसिदिनुहोला। हरेक सिटको माथि अक्सिजन मास्कहरू राखिएका छन्। कारणवश जहाजभित्रको चाप घट्न गएमा सो मास्क आफै तल झर्नेछ। मास्कलाई आफूतिर तानी नाक र मुख छोपी फित्तालाई कसेर श्वास फेर्नुपर्छ। कृपया आफूले सो मास्क लगाइसकेपछि मात्र अरूलाई लगाउन मद्दत गर्नुहोला। हरेक सिटको मुनि सुरक्षा ज्याकेटहरू राखिएका छन्। बिजनेस क्लासमा सुरक्षा ज्याकेट हात अडाउने मुनि राखिएको छ। कारणवश जहाज पानीमा ओर्लन परेमा सो ज्याकेटलाई निकाली टाउकोबाट यसरी लगाउनु पर्नेछ। यो सेतो फित्तालाई अङ्कुशेमा अड्काई तान्नुपर्छ। यो रातो पट्टीहरूलाई तानेमा आफै हावा भरिनेछ। यो रातो नलीहरू फुकेमा पनि हावा भरिनेछ।
Starting engine 1.
कृपया जहाजबाट बाहिर निस्किएपछि मात्र ज्याकेटमा हावा भर्नुहोला। यस विमानमा 8वटा आपतकालीन ढोकाहरू छन्, 4वटा बायाँतर्फ र 4वटा दायाँतर्फ। पखेटा पछाडि 3 नम्बरको बायाँ र दायाँ ढोकाहरू पानीमा प्रयोग हुने छैन। विमानभित्र धुवाँ भरिएको खण्डमा भुइँमा बलेका आपतकालीन बत्तीहरू पछ्याई आपतकालीन ढोकातर्फ प्रस्थान गर्नुहोला। आपतकालीन ढोका तपाईको नजिक पनि हुन सक्छ। यहाँहरूको जानकारीको लागि शौचालय प्रयोग गर्दा फ्लस गर्न नभुल्नुहोला तथा फोहोरलाई वेस्ट बिनमा फ्याँक्नुहोला। यो उडान धूम्रपान निषेधित भएको जानकारी गराउँदछौँ। सुरक्षाको कारणले उडानको सुरु र अवतरणको समयमा कुनै पनि विद्युतीय उपकरणहरूको प्रयोग नगर्नुहोला। कृपया इन-सिट भिडियो स्क्रिन सुरक्षित स्थानमा राखिदिनुहोला। झ्यालको कभर खुल्ला राख्नुहोला र सिटलाई पनि सिधा राख्न अनुरोध गर्दछौँ। अन्य जानकारीको लागि यहाँहरूको अगाडि सिटको खल्तीमा राखिएका सुरक्षा निर्देशिका अध्ययन गर्नुहोला। नेपाल वायु सेवामा यहाँहरूको यात्रा सुखमय रहोस्।
नेपाल वायु सेवा बस्नुभएकोमा धन्यवाद।
After start checklist.
Anti-ice.
Off.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Pitch trim.
Set and checked.
Rudder trim.
0.
After start checklist complete.
Request taxi clearance.
Ground. Good morning. Ready to taxi. Clear to taxi.
Flight controls check.
Ready. Full down. Full up. Neutral. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Rudder.
Full right. Full left. Neutral.
Clear left. Clear left side.
Clear right side.
Brake check.
Pressure 0.
Before takeoff checklist, down to the line.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Checked. Flight instruments.
Checked.
Checked. Briefing.
Confirmed.
Flap setting.
Config 1 plus F.
Config 1 plus F. V1, VR, V2, flex temp.
Set and checked.
V1, 1, 3, 4, VR, 1, 3, 5, V2, 1, 3, 9, flex temp, 5, 2, degrees, ATC,
Set.
ECAM memo,
Takeoff, no blue.
down to the line.
Royal Nepal 201, contact Kathmandu Tower 118.1. 118.1, Royal Nepal 201.
Approach path clear of traffic.
Kathmandu Tower, Royal Nepal 201, runway 20, ready for departure.
Royal Nepal 201, line up runway 20.
Line up runway 20, Royal Nepal 201.
Below the line.
Take off runway.
20 confirmed.
Cabin crew,
Advised.
TCAS,
Set and checked.
engine mode selector,
Normal.
PAX.
Off.
Before takeoff checklist complete.
Royal Nepal 201, wind 280 degrees at 4 knots, runway 20, cleared for takeoff.
Runway 20, cleared for takeoff, Royal Nepal 201.
Ready?
Ready.
Takeoff.
Check. Thrust set. Knots. V1. Rotate. Positive climb.
Gear up.
Royal Nepal 201, contact Kathmandu approach 125.1.
125.1, Royal Nepal
Gear up.
201.
Autopilot 1 on.
Kathmandu Center, Royal Nepal 201, Duck 112, departure at 5,400, climbing 9,000. Royal Nepal 201, radar contact. Continue climb flight level 380. Continue climb flight level 380, Royal Nepal 201.
Packs are on.
Thrust climb.
Check.
It's beautiful. I mean, if it wasn't so foggy, we could see the mountains even better, but still beautiful. Still beautiful.
Royal Nepal 202, fly heading 090, continue descent 7000. Fly heading 090, continue descent 7000, Royal Nepal 202.
I wonder if that's the return flight. That's Royal Nepal 202 coming the other direction. There you go. After takeoff, climb checklist.
Landing gear.
Up,
Flaps.
retracted,
Packs.
on,
Down to the line.
below the line,
Barrel ref.
standard set.
Standard set. After takeoff, climb checklist complete.
so cool. I always like flying around the mountains. If we have everything set up and we know where we're going. That is. If we're a little confused, then it can get pretty scary. But we got a good flight plan. We know where we're going. We're already at nearly 20,000 feet. We haven't even finished our departure, so you can see how that goes. Let's get out here. You can kind of see why we have, it's the same thing with the arrival. Oh, look at that. Feels like something out of Skyrim. Far Cry. Well, it looks like it's something out of Far Cry because wasn't it Far Cry 5? I think Far Cry 5 was based in Nepal. That game. I have like all the Far Cry games. I don't think I ever really played them. Now I'm thinking about it. I need to like reinstall it and play it. Play some old games. I was gonna say it looks like something out of Skyrim, and it shows you another place where my head is because I've been just downloading massive mod lists for Skyrim recently, trying to get them to work. Got the latest novelist mod list for Skyrim, which makes it almost look photorealistic and stuff. I think it's overplaying a little bit, but it's pretty good. Works my computer over too.
202, turn left heading 010. Left heading 010.
You can see how we're kind of in a bowl here, or Kathmandu. Beautiful, just beautiful. Look at this. And I downloaded that mod list. I also downloaded another one that I'm having a little bit of trouble with. But yeah, once I get all my hotkeys set and I kind of figure out how to do things, I'm gonna maybe try to do a series or at least make some videos playing with that novelist mod list. And it's funny because I'll probably get his 2024 version of the mod list is coming out. I'm not sure if you can just update or if you have to start a whole new game. So I'm gonna do all this work setting up my hotkeys. But I suppose if I figure out like which hotkeys can work, because that's the biggest thing with me with hotkeys is that there's only so many keys on a keyboard, and there's so many things that need hotkeys, and then you end up, well, can I assign this to that, and am I going to remember that? I mean, it's the same issue I have here in Flight Simulator, where it's like I'm just starting to actually set up some decent hotkeys on, like, I've got all these buttons. I've got 12 buttons on either side of my stick, or 6 buttons on both sides, 12 total, on the other side of my flight stick, on the Thrustmaster. And so I have all these buttons I can use, for gear up and flaps, which I have a few assigned to. There's a few I don't remember what I have assigned to. One of them's assigned to like pause, which is stupid. I don't want to go to the menu in the middle of my flight accidentally because I don't remember my my hotkeys. But then I also have a number of buttons. I have one that I do use. I think I use for the reversers on my throttle. So I've used some of them. I think I have this little kind of like a tiller, a knob on the side of the Thrustmaster throttle that I use as my tiller. That's kind of cool. I think I used to have, there's like these weird little paddles on the front of the throttle that I used for something. I don't know what it is anymore. There's another little knob that I can kind of go up and down and left and right. So on the up and down, that's for my altitude. I don't have to go over here like this. Maybe I'll set up the paddles for heading or something. The only problem is that the setting those things up in Microsoft Flight Simulator works for these planes, right? Like the Airbus and stuff that's based on the Fly-by-Wire works and the Boeing works with some of these hotkeys, but my Aerosoft CRJ doesn't. It works for like the flaps and I think the reversers also work on it, but the little knob to just the altitude does it, which is, the CRJ is like the biggest plane I need for that altitude because it's such a manual plane, so I'm constantly doing things, and planes bouncing around, you can... That's the plane I want to get that set up on. But yeah, spend entirely too much time playing with downloading Skyrim mods. Yeah, so what is it, 11 November 28th, so yesterday, we officially set up the Christmas tree. Well, we put up the Christmas tree. We put the lights on. For some reason, I have no idea how to put the lights on trees suddenly. I feel like I've done it before, but I can't remember. I just, like, where do I put the lights? Do I put them on the branches? Do I kind of like tuck them under the branches? So our lights kind of look a little wonky right now. It just seems, why are you staring at me? What is she doing? Stop. She's like, why are you talking about Christmas trees? Idiot. Hey, Omega. Oh, my God. She's just staring at me. Talking about putting up a Christmas tree. Yeah, we put up the Christmas tree, put the lights on. I'm not thrilled with the way the lights look in terms of like us getting them wrapped on there. It just seems like the cord's showing everywhere, the actual cable, right? The actual line. So I don't know what it is. Probably have to rip them all off and try again. That'll be fun, right? Alright, once we get up the cruise, I'm going to, we're going to do a little bit of, probably go 4 times speed. I'd love to do this in real time, but I think we got about 2 hours remaining, and I have about an hour of time left that I could stream in peace and not have chaos raining all around. So we'll get sim rate banded going here and beat it up to about 4 times speed, which we found a couple flights ago that we can actually go up to beyond 2 times speed now with the FlyByWire A20N. So that means we can do longer flights in this plane and use faster time acceleration. I hate to do it over, well, I mean, you get to just see the scenery quicker, right? Yep, Christmas tree up, lights up. Looks a little wonky, but my wife's gonna probably be asking me every day. It's like, oh, are you gonna, do you want to fix the lights?
Airlines 683, radar contact. Continue climb flight level.
I kind of want to, but I kind of like lazy.
Continue climb flight level 180, Yeti Airlines 683.
This afternoon we're gonna go hit the Chinese seafood buffet again. We did that a couple weeks ago. Last week we had Thanksgiving, so we didn't go out to eat. But we really like that. I mean, buffets are always nice. What, $10, $11? I think with drink, the drink is separate, but it's unlimited. So they'll just give you unlimited refills. I think the soda, a drink is like $4, $5, which is a little steep for soda water, but you get unlimited refills. If you're sitting there for 3 hours, just kind of slowly eating at the buffet. But I mean, we're also going to go for $15 in the U.S. Here in the U.S. I mean, for $15 a person, and get, $15 worth of food is, sushi. That's maybe one or two rolls nowadays. Plus you get the rest of the typical stuff you get at Chinese buffet, and a few extra things that are more of the seafood, sushi variety. Of course, it doesn't compare to, I have to compare it to places where we ate in, when we lived in China. Not the food specifically, because the food in China is better. Most of the time it is. When you're going Asian stuff, whether it's Japanese, Korean, Chinese, anything, it's going to be slightly better over there, because it's just more close to the source of where it is. It's not been Americanized as much. But we'd go to a Japanese place where we lived, and we'd get like the fried pork, the French fried pork, or the breaded, kind of pork things. Get like squid balls. We get a plate of a thing of sushi, mango sushi roll or something. A couple of those, maybe even. I think it would come out to maybe 150, 200 renminbi, yuan, which is the Chinese money, which comes out to about $30, between 50, depending. 100 RMB is about 16, 17 bucks now, so about the same price, and we'd be full. We'd be full.
1,000 to go.
Now, granted, we go to Culver's and we spend $30. Now, I guess I'm just at the age now where I do get a little fuller quicker, and my wife gets full really easily, so not a big deal. But sometimes I go places and I spend $30, $40, and it's like, what did I get? That's even like McDonald's now. It's like, you're like, wait a second, I spent $20. What did I get? You can see the ETA up there, or ETE. It's estimating it at 2 hours right now. That will adjust once we set the. That's real time. Once we put the time acceleration on, that will come down. I'm going to try to get that down to. I'm going to try to get Mumbai in the next hour here. So we're going to. We'll let the first officer finish the announcement. Actually, it's Captain making that announcement, but I'm not doing it myself. Alright, so flying over northern India right now. With the Himalayas to our north. Looking sharp. Alright, we're at our cruise. You see we got a company message. And I'm going to... Where's Simrate Bandit? Alright, so we're going 4 times speed now. So you can see the ET is 2 hours, so it should only take us half an hour to get down to Mumbai. Again, I'd love to do it a little bit more of a relaxed time, but for some reason I'm finding it easier. It's so, like, it's fine to step away during the cruise, but the problem is that it depends on when my landing is. And if my landing and that whole flow is right where I need to now be, taking care of my kid, it's like I need to be, present, able to step away, let's say. I mean, when I'm at cruise, like if this was a 6 or 7 hour flight and we weren't going to land until 2 or 3 in the afternoon, I guess. But someday, I'm guessing when he's a little bit older, I'll be able to actually fly these flights more real time again. Step away, do things during the cruise, come back, land, and be able to say, hey, I'm landing right now, so for the next half hour, door closed. Clean cabin or whatever the saying is, I forget what it is. But there you can see that clock just low and fast. Same time, you get to see this. You get to see the scenery. It just goes by quicker. It's kind of. How many videos? How many people want to just sit and watch 2 hours of a flight? Like, no, I'd like to see 2 hours. Show it to me in 5 minutes, right? Super high speed. I love those videos. You see the clouds just whipping by and stuff. Okay, I just noticed this message. What is going on here? Destination estimated fuel on board below minimum. Right. Did we put the wrong fuel on? I mean, okay, 2.5, 2,500, that's... Here it's saying 1,500, and then obviously the alternate, we'll just have a little bit. I mean... Alright, let's check out the, planned fuel right there. Minimum takeoff food. I mean, it is the minimum, but that's the thing. Usually, you go with minimum. You don't put too much more on. I mean, you could put extra. Usually, we have extra. But we got the reserves. We got the alternate. We got extra 15 minutes. That's, I think, for taxiing. And then we got taxi fuel right there too. I mean, right there, 7,700. Trip and taxi, 5,100. So we should be finishing with 2,500. For some reason, it's saying we're going to finish with 1,500 now. But I'm not sure why. Right, anyway, let's go back into this. This is what I wanted to do. I wanted to pull up our messages. We got the MEDAR. We'll print that out. We'll get a new one a little bit later as well. And then the, okay, so no terminal area forecast available from MSFS. Did I request it from MSFS? I wonder if there's a way to request it from... No. this? Alright, so currently the MEDAR, or probably half an hour ago now, MEDAR, we have 330 degree winds at 7 knots, 2,500 for visibility. I'm not sure with Hotel Zulu and November Sierra Charlie mean. 27 degrees, UNH 1011. I'm thinking that's haze. And let's see what that means. Rest of the 8 is good to me. Yeah, so that 2,500, that's the visibility. The IFR. Okay, so that's no significant clouds observed. Never seen that before. Interesting. What is HC? Haze. Okay. Yep, that's green haze. Which is always haze. So we are good for runway 27. I think that is our planned runway right now on our flight plan. Did we get... There we go. Now we got the company message. ATIS. Print that out. Okay, so this is information Romeo. It's going to change by the time we get there. This is at 13:30. Now 13:30. That's half an hour or 33 minutes ago. That is real life time, obviously. So we don't want to look at this clock. We want to look at our actual real clocks outside sim. Expect ILS approach runway 27. Perfect. Runway in use 27. Transition level 55. So here's where you can get, instead of looking at the charts, you get your transition level right there. So that's where, as we're coming in, we're going to switch from standard pressure to our local pressure. Wind is 310. 9 knot and 9 knots, visibility 2,500 meter, weather haze right there, temperature 27, dew point 21, QNH 1011, QFE 1010. Okay, and let's see, after vacating, contact 121.9. This was Mumbai Airport, arrival, departure, Romeo. Pretty cool. Really didn't need to print that out. Now we just got extra paper laying here. Whoa, see how fast she moved there? Because we're on 4 times speed. The co-pilot also blinking like crazy. This is the fly-by-wire. I spent all my money on PMDG. Yeah, this is fly-by-wire. Does the job. I like to show the support for it because they are doing, I mean, they've done amazing work, all for free. So great aircraft for people that are on a budget. And if you're not using the fly-by-wire and you're using the stock Azobo, the vanilla A320, come on, man. Get yourself the fly-by-wire. But yeah, the Phoenix is a good plane too. I mean, it looks really good. Two different planes to be, not major, hugely different, but one's obviously the current engine option, this one's the new engine option. But for the most part, a lot of similar things, cockpit-wise, flight deck-wise. We're just zipping our way across India in over Madhya Pradesh right now. I got the Phoenix and PMDG. Had to sell my PC because I moved to Cyprus. Cool. Yeah, I hung on to I built my PC, well, now my old one that has, something died on it, so I need to figure out what that is, because I got all the components still. It's still a decent PC that can be used, that my wife could use, or I could give to someone else, or sell, or whatever. But I don't know what isn't working on it. It won't start anymore. Like the power light comes on and it flicks off. So I'm wondering if it's the power supply. That would be the least expensive thing to fix, or the thing that wouldn't cost performance because I'd have to remove something. But yeah, I built that PC in 2016. I built it in China. I bought all the parts, most of the parts except for I think the case. I bought when I was visiting the U.S., visiting home. Bought them all, put them in my suitcase, brought them over, put my computer together, bought a case there, put it together. But then when we moved back in 2019 back here to the U.S., I lugged the whole case. I mean, the case is the heavy thing. These big, huge. I think it was like a whole suitcase was dedicated to just my PC. I had a whole, big suitcase just dedicated to my PC. I don't even know if I took the graphics card out. I think I left everything just intact. I don't think I removed anything. I might have disconnected the graphics card, because you know how the graphics card sits in there, kind of hanging there, and that's such a heavy thing that it's like gets jostled around and can bust off. I think I took that off. I'm trying to think, but yeah, mostly everything, just big case, just jammed it in the suitcase. It just fit too. It was really nice. I think there was a little room where it could slide around, so I stuffed, put a bunch of my clothes and socks and stuff as kind of a buffer around it. And I think back to that, I kind of shake my head, because it's like you watch how those bags get thrown on the planes and just bashed around, and the fact is, my case, nothing was damaged. I used that PC. I just recently, probably beginning of this year is when sometime early this year is when I completed my transition to a new computer, because I had kind of just been, that old computer, I took out the motherboard and the CPU and replaced that and added some memory within the last year. But then I think when I got the new my new AMD graphics card, that's when I then just said, hey, well, I basically got two of everything now. How about I get a new case and a new power supply, and I just have a brand new computer here, and then I'll put all the old components back in to the 2016 computer. Now I have two computers. I could use one as a stream thing. I never got that to work very well, but kind of just as an extra computer. I was kind of actually had my old computer hooked up to our big screen TV in the living room. That way I could play movies off of it easier, because despite it being a smart TV, like all my my movies that I have on my hard drive, putting subtitles on it, different stuff like that, is easier to just do through my computer than doing through like a thumb drive or whatever. And if I want to use a VPN or something, because of course, the one smart TV, the smart TV we have doesn't support VPNs, which is really frustrating. I know there are lots that do, but That one doesn't, so it's like, okay, that limits different things I can do on it. Yeah, we're going 4 times speed, and yeah, just like that, it's been like, what, 15 minutes? We already knocked off about an hour of the flight. So that's kind of nice. It is nice to do these flights in real time, though, because it gives me time to knock out some other stuff. Traffic. And
Traffic. Descend. Clear of conflict. Traffic.
Interesting. Yeah, we're like crossing right over a... Let me check on my card here. I think we're just crossing a big airway there. Yeah, that's what it is. Crossing, well, we got Tango 1, but then we also have Whiskey 140, so we just crossed 2 airways. I really wasn't, since I was going at 4 times speed, really wasn't able to respond, and I don't even think the TCAS system really showed the little, because it'll have like the whole graphic like, hey, go this way, fly towards the red to get out of the conflict, whether that's down or up.
shop and save from the comfort of your seat. If you'd like to see any products, have any questions, or would like to make great savings, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. I was wondering if you'd like anything to eat. Anything from the menu, or maybe a snack.
I'd love a bar of chocolate, or maybe something like a flapjack if you have one.
Of course. Just give me a couple of minutes and I'll bring it for you.
Did he just say if I had something like a flapjack? I mean, okay. I don't know if I'd really want a flapjack off a airplane. It'd probably be like a McDonald's pancake. You know, kind of tough. I mean, I don't know. A flapjack? I mean, I can go for some flapjacks.
Hello.
Hi, Captain. Your food is ready for you in the galley whenever you want it.
Thank you.
No problem.
This time 770. Descend flight level 190.
Descend flight level 190. This time 774.
Royal Nepal 201, expect M2 Alpha arrival, ILS, Zulu, approach, runway 27, report when ready for descent.
Expect MO2 Alpha arrival, ILS, Zulu, approach, runway 27, report when ready for descent, Royal Nepal 201.
Alright, so let's get that in there. So MRAC to Alpha, ILS, Zulu, runway 27.
Royal Nepal 201, ready for descent.
Royal Nepal 201, descend flight level 190.
Descend flight level 190, Royal Nepal 201.
Something doesn't look right there. That discontinuity. But I also want to make sure we have our transition. I think that's... I missed that. ILS 27 Zulu. MRAC 2 Novia. There's a transition. I think Opaka. Opaka to Opaka. Now, why would that be the transition? Oh, I see what's going on there. So clear that.
Good afternoon once again from the cockpit.
Clear that.
As you may have noticed, we've begun our descent. Depending on the destination air traffic, we should be landing in around 20 minutes. In the meantime, I will be instructing the cabin crew to get the cabin ready for our arrival. Once that happens, the seatbelt sign will be illuminated and you will be required to stay seated and secured until after landing. If you need to visit the toilet, it may be worth making your way towards one now. You'll next hear from me after landing, so I will wish you a very good afternoon once again, and I'll speak to you in a short while.
Royal Nepal 201, proceed direct Echo Mike Romeo Alpha Kilo.
Proceed direct Echo Mike Romeo Alpha Kilo, Royal Nepal 201.
Let's get the weather again. We could actually just go with the ATIS, because the ATIS has the weather on it. Let's do a little brief on where we're going. So we're at a Alpha Alpha uniform going past Opaka. We're just going to go direct to MRAC. Then we'll have our MRAC 2 Alpha approach, or a standard terminal arrival. At MRAC, we need to be 250 knots between flight level 160 and flight level 120. We're currently cleared to 19,000, so they'll have to clear us down to that as well. Once we get to Olgus, 230 knots, and then we're going to kind of make a You see they got this turn here. We're just going to go straight into the final. Final, now we have two options. We could go all the way into the VOR, Bravo, Bravo, Bravo. They did not have us do that. We're just going to go direct. So we do need to get descended quicker. We need to be at 2,900 feet. We're going to capture the glide slope, looks like, at 1,610 feet. I'm saying 2,900, so yeah, right there. Okay, that's kind of like the localizer, I guess. 270 degrees is our final approach course. 110.3 is the localizer. India Sierra Charlie Zulu. Airport elevation is 40. Minimum is 230. Barometric transition level is 5,500, I believe. And this is if we were climbing out, would be that 4,000.
This time 774, cleared OPAC Lima 2 Alpha, arrival.
Cleared OPAC Lima 2 Alpha, arrival. This time 774.
Okay. A lot of weird stuff going on here for the go around, I'm guessing. Yeah, go around, you come back in, and then hold over the airport, it looks like. Alright, we're going to be over here, probably, for the terminal. So we're going to land. Runway 27. We're going to exit Whiskey, probably November 7, most likely. Get off November 7. If we can turn in November 6. But we're going to get on November. Cross using November, most likely. Take that all the way down. And come in to our gate. I think we're going to be over in this area. Let's get our messages. There's the MEDAR. Print that off. And ADIS. Print that off. Okay, so this is information Sierra, so we've only moved from Romeo to Sierra. Now, of course, again, you can see this is real time. In sim time, we probably would be down by probably Victor at least by now, because every half hour there's a new one, usually. But obviously this is real time. We're half an hour out. But possibly we're actually going to get a new one really soon. So I might check that again as we get closer. Right now, still ILS, runway 27, transition level 55, wind 360 at 6 knots, visibility 2,500, weather haze, 27 degrees, dew point 21, QNH 1012, and contact 121.9. We'll go to performance page. Actually, I don't think I printed that one up. Did I? Yes, I did. I need them. I'll use the MEDAR here, which is also about a half an hour old now. 350 at 6 knots. 27 degrees. UNH 1012. Transition, it's saying 5,000. Another 55. And our minimum is 230 feet using our Barrow. Radio, it's 207. Already have the frequency in for the ILS. Put in the Mumbai frequency as well in the VOR. that going to come up on landing speed? It defaults to 132, 127. But we're going to land at 138. Landing speed 133, approach 138. I was going to say we're in southern India, but we're kind of in middle India.
This time 774, contact
West
Mumbai
Coast.
approach,
Coming up on the West Coast.
120.35.
120.35, this time 774.
Cabin crew, prepare for arrival. 1,000 to go.
I do hope they clear us because AMRAC, we need to be at 250 knots and below 16,000. I'm just going to clear myself because ATC likes to, AI ATC likes to screw around and mess you up. And we just can't afford that in this plane. It's really hard to get things slowed down. Alright, we're looking really good. Altitude-wise. In fact, I'll clear all the way down to 12. Looking at the chart for next waypoint, Olgus, there's a hold there, and it says max speed 230 knots, max flight level 110, minimum hold altitude, flight level 80. That means we can probably Olgus, I mean, there's no restrictions on it specifically other than the hold, but basically that means we can go probably down to flight level 80. Would be a good place to be. And then, again, we need to be at 2,900 feet as we transition into the final approach to capture that glide slope. That's actually, I think, right where we capture the glide slope. Interestingly, you see the VNAV. We're 6,500 feet below where the VNAV would have us, which is strange, considering we need to be at least below flight level 160 at MRAC.
Royal Nepal 201, contact Mumbai, approach 120.35.
120.35, Royal Nepal 201. Mumbai approach, Royal Nepal 201 at flight level 160, climbing flight level 190.
Certainly a very different area than we left.
Radar contact. Proceed direct and
feels like we're flying in like the southwest of the U.S. Right? It's like one area is like this, then you got the mountains.
Proceed direct and right. Continue descent 2,900, Royal Nepal 201.
Alright, so we're cleared all the way down to 2,900 now. At 1,000, that should be a good rate right now.
Flight 2327, continue descent, flight level 80, cleared, active IGBA 2 Alpha, arrival.
Continue descent, flight level 80, cleared, active IGBA 2 Alpha, arrival, IFLA 2327.
Royal Nepal 201, cleared, Emerald 2 Alpha, arrival. Cleared Emerald 2 Alpha, arrival, Royal Nepal 201.
I don't like how it feels like we're catching up with this guy on the approach. Now again, these speeds are max, so we could go slower than that.
Flight 2012, descend 2,900, QNH 1014.
That's the thing, I'm hoping Beyond ATC does a better job with the
cabin crew, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Separation. We've run into that issue a number of times.
Left heading 320, AMD 268.
We're actually going to get a little slower. That way. Right now he's about 10, 11 nautical miles ahead of us.
Air India 268, turn left heading 240.
Left heading 240, Air India 268.
Vistara 774, turn left heading 210. Left heading 210, Vistara 774. Air India 268, turn left heading 295.
Left heading 295, Air India 268.
Vistara 774, turn right heading 245. Right heading 245, Vistara 774. Vistara 660, fly heading 260, cleared ILS, Zulu, approach at 2,900, runway 27, report established on localizer. Fly heading 260, cleared ILS, Zulu, approach at 2,900, runway 27, report established on localizer, Vistara 660. Flight 2012, turn right heading 060. Right heading 060, flight 2012.
Yeah, it looks like they're on a slightly different approach path. Can't really see them. They're not that close, which is nice. Of course, you can see how Mumbai
turn right heading 255.
all socked in with mist or haze.
Right heading 255. This tower
beautiful approach. I don't know how much of the city we'll be able to see.
This tower 660 established a localizer.
Alright, down to 2900.
This tower 660 contact Mumbai Tower 118.1. 118.1. This tower 660.
Right now, there is a warning, caution on the approach. Do not mistake Mumbai Juhu for Mumbai Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj International, which is the one we're going to. We need to not mistake airports.
Vistara 955, proceed direct August, then as filed, continue descent 2,900, QNH 1013.
Okay, so the Juhu is like right behind
proceed direct Oscar Line Golf Uniform
the airport.
Continue descent.
Not sure how you mistake those because one is way bigger than the other, but it's on there just in case. You'll be able to see Juhu behind it as we're coming in.
Royal Nepal 201,
How is it that we're
turn
seeing
left
you
heading
catching this guy now?
205. Left heading 205, Royal Nepal 201. Royal Nepal 201, turn left heading 230. Left heading 230, Royal Nepal 201. Flight 1602, turn left heading 320.
Left heading 320, flight 1602.
Flight 2012, turn right heading 260.
Right, we're going to follow, we'll actually follow them on this because it might be kind of extending us, so we can
arrival.
Continue descent flight 1180, clear active Igba 2 Alpha, arrival, flight 431.
Air India 268,
obviously avoid conflicts.
2,900, QNH 1013.
We'll see how they do. Right,
descent 2,900, Air India 268.
Flight 1602, turn left heading 245.
Left heading 245, flight 1602.
Lifeline 2012, turn right heading 260, cleared ILS, Zulu, approach at 2,900, runway 27, report established on localizer. Right heading 260, cleared ILS, Zulu, approach at 2,900, runway 27, report established on localizer, iFly 2012. Royal Nepal 201, turn left heading 225. Left heading 225, Royal Nepal 201. iFly 2012, established on localizer. Royal Nepal 201, turn right heading 250. Right heading 250, Royal Nepal 201. Lifeline 2012, contact Mumbai Tower 118.1.
Laps 2.
118.1, iFly 202.
Speed checked.
Royal Nepal 201, turn right heading 260.
Flaps 2.
Right heading 260, Royal Nepal 201.
Laps 3.
Speed checked.
Vistara 774,
Flaps
fly
3.
heading 260, cleared ILS, Zulu, approach at 2,900, runway 27, report established on localizer. Fly heading 260, cleared ILS, Zulu, approach at 2,900, runway 27, report established on localizer, Vistara 774. Air India 268, turn right heading 060.
Right heading 060, Air India 268.
Laps full.
Speed checked.
Air India 268, turn right heading
Flaps full.
050.
Right heading 050, Air India 268.
I feel like I'm too low.
Vistara 774, established on localizer.
This isn't on the chart.
Vistara 955, turn right heading 220.
Right heading 220, Vistara 955.
I guess we should be probably higher coming in.
Vistara 774,
early.
continue approach.
Check.
But it's not even on the chart. That's something we need to worry about.
Vistara 774, contact Mumbai Tower 118.1.
Yeah, I'm gonna...
118.1, Vistara 774.
I can't believe it's not even on the chart. Like there's nothing on the chart.
Vistara 955, turn right heading 255.
I switched charts too early.
Right heading 255, Vistara 955.
Actually, we could probably just go with
2,500.
Check.
gear down.
All station seats for landing, please.
Gear down.
2,500.
Also didn't show up with my train on there either. Yeah, they told me to go down, so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get down. I should have followed my,
check.
you know, the VNAV, but you can see how the VNAV right here, it's like, we're 900 feet. But we're getting so close, you know.
Check.
Flight 1602, descend 2,900, QNH 1012.
Descent 2,900, iFlight 1602.
Air India 268.
Approach checklist.
260.
Right heading 260, Air India 268.
Approach checklist.
Flight 2327.
Briefing.
Direct August.
Confirmed.
ECAM status.
Descent
Check.
2,900, QNH 1012.
On.
Vero ref.
Proceed direct Oscar Lima
1014 set.
1014 set. Minimum.
230 set.
Emirates 508 heavy. Continue descent. Flight level 110.
230 feet set.
India, November.
230 set.
Arrival.
Engine mode selector.
Normal.
Approach checklist complete.
Cleared Bravo Oscar Foxtrot India November. Papa Oscar Kilo Oscar 2 Alpha. Arrival. Emirates 508 heavy. Air India 268. Turn right heading 260. Cleared ILS.
Landing checklist.
Approach at 2,900. Runway
Cabin
27.
crew.
Report
Advised.
established on local
Auto
ISO.
thrust.
Speed.
Auto brake.
Right heading 260.
Medium.
ECAM memo.
Landing no blue.
Landing checklist complete.
Actually, I'm not. Auto thrust is not speed.
Heading 250. Cleared ILS. Zulu. Approach
I don't think.
at
I'm not sure.
2,900. Runway
That's how it
27.
works.
Report established
Yeah,
on
we do kind of
local
fly
ISO.
really low over these little.
Fly heading
This one's only an
250,
18,
cleared
but
ILS,
should
Zulu,
be-
approach at
this is 1,000 feet.
2,900, runway 27, report established on localizer, Royal Nepal 201.
Air India 268, established on localizer.
Flight 1602, turn right heading 060.
Right heading
2,500.
iFlight 1602.
Pistol 826, cleared Bravo Echo Delta Oscar Lima. Mode
Cleared on
2
our
Alpha,
approach.
Arrival.
Cleared Bedroom Mode 2 Alpha, arrival, Pistol 826.
Royal Nepal 201, established on localizer. Air India 268, contact Mumbai Tower 118.1.
118.1, Air India 268.
Glide slope.
Royal Nepal 201.
Glide slope
Continue
captured.
approach.
Check.
Continue approach. Royal Nepal 201. Royal Nepal 201. Contact Mumbai Tower 118.1. 118.1. Royal Nepal 201.
Cleared for takeoff.
Runway 27. Cleared for takeoff. Air India 629. Mumbai Tower. Royal Nepal 201. On final 27.
2,500.
Mumbai Tower, this tower 507.
Radar
Request
altimeter
cross
alive.
runway 1432. Royal Nepal 201, continue approach.
Continue approach. Royal Nepal 201.
This time 507, cross runway 1432, when vacated contact ground 121.9. Cross runway 1432, when vacated contact ground 121.9, this tower 507. Royal Nepal 201, wind 350 degrees at 5 knots, cleared to land 27.
Cleared to land 27. Royal Nepal 201. Mumbai Tower, Akash Layout of 738, runway 27, ready for departure.
Air India 268, go around. Going around, Air India 268. Akasha Air 1738, hold position.
Hold position, Akash Layout of 738. Mumbai Tower, this tower 774, request cross runway 1432.
AMD 629, contact Mumbai radar 127.9.
127.9, AMD 629.
This time 774, cross runway 1432, when vacated contact ground 121.9.
Cross runway 1432, when vacated contact ground 121.9, this time 774.
Yeah, I don't think I ever fly into any of these places, any of these Indian cities. It's not hazy. Beautiful approach, if we could see anything. Right over all the apartments and houses.
400.
Continue.
Check.
Hundred above.
What the?
Pitch. Check. Sync rate.
Pull up. Pull up.
$40.
You know what? 30, I think that was actually my fault. I disconnected
20,
the autopilot. And
retard.
I didn't actually do anything.
Retard.
Royal Nepal 201, when vacated contact
I don't know what I did there.
Spoilers, the reverse engine 1 and 2.
121.9.
Decel.
Nepal 201.
Mumbai Tower, this time 955, on final 27. Mumbai Tower, I-Flight 1602, on final 27. This time
70 knots.
Continue approach. Continue approach, this time 955. I-Flight 1602, continue approach. Continue approach, I-Flight 16.
Mumbai ground, Royal Nepal 201, runway vacated with November 8.
Royal Nepal 201, taxi to gate, Victor 26, by November 8, November, Whiskey 4, Echo 5, Papa, Hotel, Bravo 1, Bravo 3, hold short of runway 1432.
Taxi to gate, Victor 26, via November 8, November, Whiskey 4, Echo 5, Papa, Hotel, Bravo 1, Bravo 3, hold short of runway 1432, Royal Nepal 201.
Mumbai ground, Air India 776, gate, Alpha 3, request pushback and start up. Air India 776, pushback and start up approved. Pushback
After landing checklist.
Approved. Air India 776.
Flaps.
Retracted.
Spoilers.
Mumbai ground, Air India
Disarmed.
776.
APU.
Taxi.
Start.
Air India 776,
Radar.
taxi to holding
Off.
point, runway 27,
Predictive wind shear system.
November,
Off.
Whiskey 4, Echo
After
5,
landing
Echo
checklist
November
complete.
1, hold short of runway 1432.
Alright, so almost messed up that landing. It started going like the go around. I don't know what that was. I disconnected the autopilot because I wanted to bring it in manually, but it just suddenly shot up. I don't know what I did. Something wrong there. Alright, this next taxiway here is uniform. Yep, landing lights were on. Everything was on. It was just I was trying to get the auto thrust off, and that kind of distracted me. Hey, thanks for the follow. Glad to have you here.
118.1.
So you update those.
Cabin crew, doors to manual, please.
Mumbai Tower, Royal Nepal 201. Request cross runway 1432.
Royal Nepal 201, hold position.
Hold position, Royal Nepal 201.
This time runway 55, wind vacated, contact ground 121.9.
Landing at this runway, so why are we holding?
Wind vacated, contact ground 121.9.
The only problem with like mist and haze and stuff is that some of the textures don't show through right.
Cross runway 1432, wind vacated, contact
kind of kills it a little bit, the immersion.
Cross runway 1432, wind vacated, contact
everything
ground
just looks a little off.
121.9, Royal Nepal 201.
I think I got like an atmospheric shader before, and the same thing was the problem. It's like, okay, you make it, you have more of that moisture in the air, that blue and stuff, but it doesn't fit when certain things just cut right through it.
Ready for departure.
And don't interact with the atmosphere
hold position.
Very well.
Hold position. 564.
But hopefully it can only get better, right?
A3, heavy, gate, Victor November, request pushback and start up.
A little confused.
Mumbai ground, Royal Nepal 201, runway vacated with Echo 5.
Royal Nepal 201, continue taxi via Echo 5.
Continue taxi via Echo 5, Royal Nepal 201.
Mumbai ground, this time minus 55, runway vacated with November 6.
Hotel. Bravo 1.
AMD A20N, heavy, pushback and start up approved.
Pushback and start up approved. AMD A3, heavy.
Luckily we have these markings.
Contact Mumbai Tower 118.1. 118.1, AMD 776.
Yeah, I don't know why the
Vistara 955, taxi to gate, Alpha 2, via November 6, November, Lima 3, Lima. Taxi to gate, Alpha 2, by November 6, November, Lima 3, Lima, Vistara 955.
Mumbai ground, AMD A3, heavy, request taxi.
Hold position.
AMD A3, heavy, taxi to holding point, runway 27, via Tango, Hotel, Mike 7, November 1.
Yeah.
Taxi to holding point, runway 27, via Tango, Hotel, Mike 7, November 1.
Hey, ground, are you going to tell
A3, heavy.
This guy here to... Where are you? Okay. Okay, I see.
Vistara 507, contact Mumbai Tower 118.1.
They actually should have been being pushed back, probably. Because the problem is they don't push them back properly, and so they're facing, they just turn them exactly 180 around towards their gate.
Mumbai ground, AMD 776, runway vacated with Echo 5. AMD 776, continue taxi via Echo 5. Continue taxi via Echo 5, AMD 776. Mumbai ground, IFNI 6613, gate, Victor 31, request pushback and start up. IFNI 6613, pushback and start up approved. Pushback and start up approved, IFNI 6613. Mumbai ground, IFNI 6613, request taxi. 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 Mumbai ground, IFNI 6613, request taxi.
Okay, I guess I'm just going to turn that down because whoever that is trying to... I need a clearance and they're not giving that to him. No, you don't get the taxi today. 6613. Couple of Indigos. Air France.
Taxi to gate, Victor 6 Alpha, via November 6, November, Whiskey 4, Echo 5, Papa 1, Tango, hold short of runway 1432, Air India 268. Mumbai ground, IFLA 6613, gate, Victor 31, request pushback and start up. IFLA 6613, pushback and start up approved. Pushback and start up approved, IFLA 6613. Air India 268, contact Mumbai Tower 118.1. 118.1, Air India 268. Mumbai ground, IFLA 6613, request taxi. Mumbai ground, IFLA 6613, request taxi.
Still not getting taxi.
Air India 981, gate, Charlie 27,
ignoring iFly 6613.
Mumbai ground, IFLA 6613, request taxi.
Forgot to tell GSX.
Air
No, I don't think
India 981, pushback and start up approved.
There it is.
Pushback and start up approved. Air India 981.
iFly 6613, taxi to holding point runway 27, via Bravo 4, Bravo 3, Bravo 1, Charlie 1, Mike 4, November 3. Taxi to holding point runway 27, via Bravo 4, Bravo 3, Bravo 1, Charlie 1, Mike 4, November 3, iFly 6613.
Mumbai ground, Air India 981, request taxi.
Air India 981, taxi to holding point runway 27, via Whiskey 6, uniform November, Whiskey 4, Echo 5, Echo, November 1, hold short of runway 1432.
Taxi to holding point runway 27, via Whiskey 6, uniform November, Whiskey 4, Echo 5, Echo, November 1, hold short of runway 1432, Air India 981.
What gate is this? Is there not a 27? Do they not have 27 models, but they have the two right ones? Ugh.
Air India 268, continue taxi via Echo 5. Continue taxi via Echo 5, Air India 268.
Why do they not just have 26? No, they have left and right, but... I just never... you can never win. So I can park there, or I can park there, but I can't park here, GSX. That makes sense. Make it make sense, GSX. Make it make sense. Alright, well. Oh well. I tried very hard.
Mumbai ground, IFLA 2327, runway located with November 6.
Parking checklist.
IFLA 2327, taxi
APU bleed.
7, via November 6, November
Engines.
3. Taxi to gate, Alpha 7, via
Off.
November 6,
Are you sure
November
about that?
Lima 3,
Seatbelt.
IFLA 2327.
Ground to cockpit. Go ahead.
Mumbai ground, IFLA 525, gate, Victor 28.
Hi, Captain. Microphone check, please. You're loud and clear. 5 over 5. Roger.
Mumbai Tower, 118.1.
Cabin crew, the aircraft is secure. Please open the doors when ready and begin boarding. Okay, Captain. Ground power is available. Stand by. We'll start getting you offloaded in a couple of minutes. Roger.
This is exactly what I meant. I needed to get done by 9 o'clock because it's now after 9 o'clock and everyone's coming in and making it hard to do things. Alright, we're going to stop with the crew there because that's just going to be a pain. And unfortunately, we're not going to be able to really do anything. Oh, okay, we can.
Ladies and gentlemen, your
Still
portable
extended the
electronic
gate.
devices must not be used until you are inside.
Charlie 1, Mike 4, November 3.
Taxi to holding point runway 27, via Bravo 3, Bravo 1, Charlie 1, Mike 4, November 3, IFLA 525,
Let's see if I can do this. I don't think GSX is going to work, but they still extended the gate.
Mumbai ground, AMD 981, runway vacated with Echo 5.
AMD 981, continue taxi via Echo 5.
Continue taxi via Echo 5, AMD 981.
Mumbai ground, I-Flight 1602, runway vacated with November 6. I-Flight 1602, taxi to gate, Victor 6, via November 6, November, Whiskey 4, Echo 5, Papa 1.
Alright, let's check out the flight on Atlanta. Second person to arrive in Mumbai today.
Taxi to gate, Victor 6, by November 6, November, Whiskey 4, Echo 5, Papa 1, Tango, hold short of runway
944 miles. Flight time was actually in sim 2 hours 56 minutes block time, 2 hours 33 minutes for our flight. Landing rate 245 feet per minute. G-force 1, landing speed 132. So everything right out of the dot there. That's not bad at all. Even though it scared the passengers because we had to kind of not really nosedive, but we had to, for some reason the plane wanted to start going around or something. I don't know. All right, so next stream planning on Tuesday, December 5th, 1300 Zulu time, Universal time. 1300 on December 5th, Tuesday. That's the plan. We'll see if my schedule changes. Will be the stream. We're going to be flying over to Colombo, Sri Lanka on board Vistara in the Airbus A320. So I hope to see you there. We'll be on Twitch and YouTube. Replay of the stream will be on YouTube later today. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the follow button on Twitch, give it a like, comment, all that good stuff. And until next time, take care and happy flying.
Continue taxi by Echo 5, I-Flight 1602.